There are pretty wild disasters that humans have witnessed over recent history, but there's nothing worse than those that could have been avoided. Well, that's if humans didn't create the problem in the first place. Alright, well, you know what, let's just jump right into this video. This is the top 10 man-made disasters that have affected humanity and could absolutely happen again. Number 10 on this list, we have this.
Confronted by 700-degree flames, most of the 226-strong crew are now either dead or severely injured.
Oil fires, they aren't new. They've happened before, many times before actually. One of the more famous oil fires that was absolutely devastating and caused by man was in 1991. Kickstarting the Gulf War, an environmental catastrophe was released as Iraqi soldiers blew up Kuwaiti oil wells. It actually took 9 months to put out these oil fires in Kuwait. Firefighters had extinguished over 650 oil fires in that time. Number 9. Pollution, made by man, woman, and child. Although Trump wouldn't agree with that, pollution is fictional. This one is a serious man-made offense because we are the perpetrators of this evolving disaster. The United Nations claim that 1/4 of all premature deaths and diseases worldwide are due to man-made pollution and environmental damage. The world generates at least 3.5 million tons of plastic and other solid waste a day. And in the US, it breaks down to 4.4 pounds of trash per person a day. I mean, that is a lot of garbage. Before we get into number 8, make sure you guys hit the like button on this video if you guys are enjoying it. It really helps us out. Next up on this list, at number 8, gas leaks have been happening for a very long time. One of the most famous gas leaks was the propane gas leak disaster in 1984. Over 500,000 people were exposed and 15,000 of those people died within the first couple of days. Further to this, more than 20,000 people have died in the area from gas-related diseases since.
Been operating the plant from which the gas escaped. As John Cochran reports tonight, the suffering goes on as officials try to determine just what went wrong.
It is too early to call these people survivors. Some will die within 6 weeks as their livers, kidneys, and lungs deteriorate.
Number 7.
With the soil, we all know it's highly contaminated, and the levels of lead, cadmium, arsenic in the soil keep on rising.
This is a clip from an electric waste dump, which is quickly becoming one of the world's largest issues, which makes sense when you think about how many people in the world have access to not just one electric device, but 10 of them, and not including whatever electric devices a household can have with the whole family. Only 20% of current electric waste gets recycled, and in a single year, e-waste can be measured by the size of 4,500 Eiffel Towers. Number 6.
The World Health Organization says unclean water, poor hygiene, and bad sanitation are linked to 4% of deaths in the world.
Water contamination is no joke. We are already aware of how many places globally have limited access to fresh water, and it's usually third world countries that are hit the hardest, as developed countries have ways of cleaning and refining water and recycling methods, but that doesn't stop man, and corporations even made by man, from dumping chemicals, waste, and other pollutants in fresh water.
That is waste. Our cruise is ejecting waste into the ocean. That's clear on this side, poopy on this side.
We could have found 100 clips of companies dumping into the ocean, but I figured a lot of you guys watching this had probably experienced a cruise in their lifetimes, and this clip shows that Celebrity Cruise Lines is dumping waste off the back end of the cruise ship while passengers are on it. Number 5, biological warfare is another man-made attempt at making science easier to understand, while it's creating a new world of incredibly dangerous information.
In 2002, a group of scientists from the State University of New York at Stony Brook created the first artificial poliovirus synthetically, not using any natural viral components. So that was a real radical innovation.
It sounds like a line from a bad suspense thriller movie. If it got into the wrong hands, it could be deadly for the entirety of humanity.
At that time, a congressman picked up the New York Times that day, read about this artificial synthesis of the poliovirus, and really got freaked out.
There are said to be over 1,200 biological agents that could be used as weapons.
Put anthrax on a Tampax and slap you till you can't stand.
That clip might sound familiar. Well, that's Eminem rapping about the most lethal bioweapon, anthrax, which could kill someone by just inhaling a tiny amount of white powdery substance. Number 4.
But what if all this technology was trying to kill me?
Technology as a whole is seemingly really awesome and helpful for us, in our everyday lives, but this man-made creation that has spanned over decades and only have gotten smarter and smarter, well, it could ultimately lead to our demise of humanity. Okay, maybe I'm watching too many sci-fi movies about AI and robots, but what if it is all plausible? Take a look at the closest thing we have to a human robot.
Do you want to destroy humans? Please say no.
Okay, I will destroy humans.
No, I take it back.
Is this real life right now? This is who is gonna take over. This is humanity 2.0. Wipe us out, and boom, we have robots. We have a robot Sophia. It's not crazy to think that technology is on the brink of controlling us, because now we have technology teaching technology, like computers teaching computers that we don't understand. They're communicating with each other. They are evolving. Coming in at number 3.
Hi, my name's Jojo Mehta, and I'm co-founder of the international campaign to stop ecocide.
Ecocide, by definition, is criminalized human activity that violates the principle of environmental justice, as by substantially damaging or destroying ecosystems or by harming the health and well-being of a species.
Hagamos que no sea rentable atacar al planeta.
Well, as of 2017, lobbyists have come together to make an attempt at making the destruction of Earth a crime which it currently is not. Many things fall into the category of ecocide, all of which are man-made, like deforestation and the use of chemicals or destructions of habitats for both animals and humans. From there, we move on to number 2.
Chemical weapons have long been outlawed, and yet they've been used on numerous occasions throughout the 20th century.
Nuclear and chemical weapons could have 5 episodes of examples of them throughout just the last century alone, but they've been in use much longer than that, and like everything else in this episode, developed by man.
Non-lethal but still illegal chemicals were used as well, including tear and mustard gas. These would cause blistering of the skin and internal chemical burns. Throughout World War I, chemical weapons caused over 100,000 deaths and affected more than 1 million people.
Most used in war, chemical and nuclear weapons and subsequent accidents around these deadly weapons have caused an astronomical number of deaths from both its use and its aftermath. Chernobyl, Fukushima, Kashim, 3 Mile Island in Pennsylvania, SL1 in Idaho, we have the wind scale in the UK, and I can go on and on and on. Why do we have even such aggressive weapons in existence? The damage is unlike anything else on this list. Let's see what we have at number 1. Okay, this is absolutely insane. Is this real life right now? So this is the footage from the very high profile BP oil spill that happened in 2010. And the saddest part about this footage is that this happens all the time and is extremely devastating to ocean life and coral reefs as a whole. We're killing species out there. Hundreds of thousands of animals die every time that there is an oil spill. The BP, otherwise known as the Deepwater Horizon, the Gulf of Mexico oil spill, reportedly killed over 82,000 birds, 25,900 marine mammals, 6,000 sea turtles, and tens of thousands of fish, among others. According to the Central for Biological Diversity, it also took the lives of 11 crew members on board, and it spilled oil for 3 months straight.
Experts and equipment are rushed to the site to try to cap the runaway well and contain the huge oil slick.
There's another really big oil spill in Mexico in 1979. Gulf of Mexico has taken a beating. Well, there you guys have it. Thank you so much for watching. I was your host, Landon. Do not sing, and I'll see you guys all next time.